Nigeria Mona come, Nigeria Mona come, Ngege voice, that's how the guys been shouting it. I want us to discuss this tax reform issue that is going to start up in 2026. Now, the question is, this tax that we have been paying, is this the first time, this tax that we want to start paying, is it the first time we are paying tax in the country? The answer is no. And when did this tax issue start? And which people have been benefiting from this tax? That is what we want to discuss now. So you please tighten your seatbelt and sit down and listen and watch this video till the end, because I want to show you people the history of taxation and how it has started when it started today. So stay with me as I show you how this tax issue started in Nigeria. Listen, this is when Nigerians start organizing tax. Nigerian tax history stretches back to pre-colonial times, but the former system of tax collection by government as we know it today began under British colonial rule. Here is a brief timeline. Now listen, pre-colonial era, before 1990, this 1990 years, before 1990, different kingdoms and ethnic groups like the Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo had traditional forms of taxation, listed such as tributes, levies, or tithes paid to kings, chiefs, or community leaders. Did you hear them saying the poor? Just listen. These were mostly in the form of farm products, labor, and livestock rather than money. Do you understand? Now, let's move on to colonial era. Colonial era, which started in 1990 to 1960. The British colonial government introduced a monetary tax system to raise revenue. Listen, to raise revenue. One of the earliest examples was the Native Revenue Ordinance of 1904, introduced by Lord Lugard in northern Nigeria. It was extended to the western and eastern region by 1914 to 1927. This is where they started it to. Now, this was the beginning of formal tax collection by a central government authority in Nigeria. Now, post-independent, all these things, just listing from inception. I don't want to, there's something where we are going to. Now, post-independent, that's 1960 to present time. Independence, Nigeria continued and expanded the tax system inherited from the British. The government created various tax laws and agencies such as the Federal Board of Inland Revenue, the FAB 1958, to later becoming the Federal Inland Revenue Service first in 1993. Listen, state internal revenues have been there, SARS have been there for state level taxes, local government tax and levies for grassroots administration have also been there all this time. Now, formal government tax collection began in 1904 under the British rule. That means Nigeria has had an organized tax system for over 120 years. However, informal traditional taxation existed long before colonial times. Why did I bring up this issue? Nigeria have been taking tax. Nigerian government have been collecting tax from its citizens since inception. And now, the funniest part is that this taxation have never benefited the poor. That is the main reason why I'm doing this video now, to open your eyes. This taxation, this tax that they're trying to start collecting now from 2026 has never for once benefited the poor. Remember, from inception now, it was to kings, all those leaders. Those were the people enjoying the tax. All the yams that our forefathers have been paying tax since inception. They have been paying tax since inception. And now, they want now to make sure that if the same way our forefathers were paying tax, whereby they will go to their farm, harvest their yam, they will still bring it to the leaders. That is how they want this taxation to be now, which means every small money you're gathering on your own as a person, the little money you're making from your business, from whether somebody dashes you money or anything, as long as you are earning that money is in your account, you must pay tax on it. So they want to be doing it like that. Now, the ones that they have been collecting ever since, what have they been using it for? Remember, before we discover crude oil in the country, before the oil started in the country, Nigeria have been paying tax. They didn't use it for anything to benefit. So now, what is the guarantee that if they start collecting this tax again, it will still benefit the poor? What is the guarantee? Now they want to be eating both the crude oil money, they want to be taking everything. Both businesses that people are paying tax, even your transfer you're doing, you're still paying VAT, there's tax inside. The calls you make, there are taxes inside. The things you buy, there are taxes inside. There's nothing you do that they don't take tax. You understand? There's nothing you do in this country that there's no tax on it already. Now they still want to take from the poor to still give to the rich. This is just an eye opener. I have to do this video so that your eyes will be open to know where we are heading in this country. There's no hope for the poor. There's no hope for the poor, because at the end of the day, it is still the rich that will still benefit from this thing. This tax reform that is coming, it is still to benefit the rich, not the poor people. If you like, have sense. If you like, don't. Me, I've said my own. I just wanted to give you an eye opener. Do not forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you.